Welcome, adventurers and dungeon masters. Today we plunge into one of the oldest and most enigmatic terrors of the Abyss, Pale Night, the mother of demons. Her shrouded existence predates even the rise of the tanar'ri, and her legacy threads through some of the Abyss's most infamous lords. Prepare for a journey into secrets and shadows of abyssal horror. Pale Night is an Oberith demon lord, ancient beyond measure. She appears never fully revealed, a diaphanous white shroud masking her true unearthly form. To glimpse what lies beneath is to risk madness or annihilation. Her presence is so antithetical to reality that even gods avert their gaze. She embodies the primal horror of the Abyss. Her title, the Mother of Demons, is not mere legend. While claims she birthed every tanar'ri are exaggerated, it is undeniable that Pale Night spawned a lineage of some of the most powerful and distinct demon lords: Graz'zt, Rhyxali, Lupercio, Vucarik, and the grotesque Zivorgian. These children form an arcane dynasty that shapes the fate of the Abyss. Pale Night's abode is the infamous Bone Castle, a profound monument to terror, crafted from thousands of skeletal hands and fingers, perched on a bone-white plateau under the rust-coloured sky of the endless maze, the Abyss's 600th layer. Within, she collects fractured souls and broken minds, the shadows of her cruelty literally lining the halls. Her personality is as unpredictable as it is chilling. Pale Night acts on inscrutable whims, slaying trespassers one day, sending them on cryptic quests the next, or ignoring them completely. She speaks only rarely and considers even her own children with distant, alien perspective. For mortals, merely attempting to communicate can invite death or far worse fates. Unlike other demon lords, Pale Night has never craved the title of Queen or Prince of Demons. Her pursuit of power is indirect, wiring her ambitions through her terrifying brood. If a child of hers sits atop the Abyss, so too does Pale Night rule from the shadows. Her gambit is patient, her methods subtle even by abyssal standards. Pale Night's powers are staggering. Witnessing her true form drives most mortals irrecoverably mad. Her touch drains the essence of her victims, sapping their joy, confidence, and self, fuel for her eternal nightmare. She can imprison souls within her shroud and command the spirits of the vanquished, rendering physical rescue nigh impossible without reality-altering magic. A key and often overlooked element, Pale Night's role in the kidnapping of the Eladrin children that catalyzed the eternal battle in Androlin. Through infernal deception, she tricked the Eladrin royalty and drove countless celestial children into her nightmarish domain, ensuring centuries of struggle between good and evil in that embattled layer. Within her Bone Castle, she rarely intervenes personally, preferring to unleash her minions or the souls woven into her shroud. She is glimpsed outside, chiefly in Androlin, tormenting Eladrin or commanding her forces atop Mother's Mountain. Even her rare alliances, such as with Baphomet in the Endless Maze, spring from mutual wariness rather than true camaraderie. Though many demon lords covet the title Prince of Demons, Pale Night instead maneuvers her children into positions of influence. Her plan? To shape the politics of the Abyss by stealth and lineage rather than open battle. It is a power play, both audacious and chilling, befitting one whose motives remain forever beyond mortal comprehension. Her worshippers are as rare as they are fanatical, typically small cabals of spellcasters, obsessed with conjuring new fiendish hybrids or disseminating the chaos of the Abyss. Invoking Pale Night outside her realm is perilous. Few attempts end well. Most are left ruined in mind and soul, evidence of her aversion to the material plane. The variety among Pale Night's surviving children reflects her own ambiguous origins. Each offspring appears to have a different diabolical father. Some scholars speculate their lineages involve primordial fiends, deific powers, or the Abyss itself. Most of her multitude perished to the violence of the Abyss. Only a dark handful became demon lords. Let's start with the least understood. Vucarik. Known as the consort of chains, Vucarik is swathed in heavy shackles, both physical and spiritual. His realm and role are obscure, lost to most records, but his very existence as a pale knight offspring hints at powers and machinations beyond easy comprehension. Next is Zivorgian, the Lady of Ripe Carrion. Zivorgian is a grotesque monster, her form a nightmare blend of vulture and angel with 3 gorged heads. She rules over rot and festering decay, embodying the Abyss's endless capacity for corruption and metamorphosis. She is rarely seen, even by other demons, save in the peripheries of whispered legend. Shifting to greater prominence among the siblings brings us to Lady Rhyxali, the demon princess of Shadow. She claims dominion over the 49th abyssal layer, Shadownon, ruling a thriving court of shadow demons. Rhyxali seems incorporeal, her true form only barely glimpsed as a jet-black, tall humanoid woman with 6 fingers on each hand. Rhyxali's strength lies not in brute force, but in secrets and clandestine deals. She trades in information and souls, quietly amassing power and seldom involving herself in open abyssal conflict. Instead, she acts as a close ally to her brother Graz'zt, the two forming a subtle but potent axis in the war of shadows and guile. Next is Lupercio, the Baron of Sloth, enshrouded perpetually in darkness so absolute that even other fiends are unsettled by his presence. Ruling over the 128th abyssal layer, Sludbed, Lupercio is lethargic to the point of near catatonia, rousing only in explosive fits, before slumping back into apathy amidst waves of utter darkness. Lupercio is an anomaly among demon lords, more content to ignore intruders and his minions than to indulge in violence or plot for power. His presence extinguishes all light around him for miles, creating a literal wellspring of shadow where even Rhyxali's shadow demons are drawn to feed. With Lupercio, we see Pale Knight's legacy of unsettling passivity. He is powerful but remote, more feared for his impenetrable lethargy and the depths of his shadow than for active malice. His relationships with the other siblings are marked by long silences and a cold, shared origin rather than alliance or rivalry. Finally, we arrive at Graz'zt, the most renowned of Pale Knight's offspring. The Dark Prince is a formidable demon lord, famed for his beauty, ambition, and intellect. Graz'zt rules the 45th, 46th, and 47th layers of the Abyss, collectively known as Azagrat, and his aspirations reach across planes and pantheons. Graz'zt's signature is both style and substance. He is a lithe, obsidian-skinned figure with 6 fingers on each hand, eyes aglow with infernal light. His allure masks his true menace. Graz'zt advances his agenda through pleasure and seduction as much as through power, weaving a complex network of cultists, spies, and pawns. His influence on the material plane is profound. Many cults revere him, particularly among monstrous races. He is infamous for his liaisons with mortals, witches, sorcerers, and ambitious nobles, siring an array of half-fiend offspring. Some, like the drow Athox or assassin Thraxia, serve him loyally, while others instigate coups or betrayals. Graz'zt is patient and calculating, harboring ambitions to dominate not only the Abyss, but to extend his shadow to other planes. Some lore even suggests, though never confirms, he may have been fathered by a devil such as Asmodeus, which would explain his uncommon cunning and strategic prowess compared to other demon lords. He values guile and manipulation above brute force, orchestrating events with an almost devilish discipline. His alliances are fleeting, his enmities numerous. Malcontents like Baphomet, Unogu, Malcanthet, and even Celestials have all clashed with his schemes. His web of intrigue is dense, and betrayal is both a weapon and a shield for the Dark Prince. Graz'zt's connection to Rhyxali is especially notable. Together, their alliance weaves a curtain of secrets and spies between their adjacent layers, his triple realm and her Shadownon, consolidating their mutual power and keeping other demon lords at perceived distance. Rhyxali's shadowy networks abut upon Graz'zt's decadent courts, shared schemes flickering in twilight. Across all her children, the mark of Pale Night is evident. Vucarik's chains, Zivorgian's grotesque form, Rhyxali's whispers, Lupercio's darkness, and Graz'zt's seductive intellect. Each expresses a different facet of her impossible abyssal legacy. A legacy defined by horror, secrecy, and the quiet terror of what lies just out of sight. Whether directly or through her progeny, Pale Night endures as a force within the abyss, her true intentions forever veiled, her influence undeniable. Within the ever-shifting politics and war of the fiends, she remains the silent matron behind the curtain, to be respected, feared, and never ever underestimated. The next time your campaign brushes against abyssal intrigue or fiendish menace, remember Pale Night and her children. Hidden behind every shadow, each scheme and layer of corruption could be yet another echo of the White Lady's will, her shroud billowing eternally just beyond mortal comprehension. Thank you for exploring the chilling lore of Pale Night and her abyssal dynasty with me. For the primordial origins of the abyss itself, don't miss my episode on the Shard of Pure Evil. Until next time, adventurers, roll high, and may you always avoid the Mother of Demons' gaze.